Steve here again. Well, you might recognise this little bit of footage here. It was actually on my last video where we had the snake in the camper. Wow, how exciting was that? And I said at the end of the video, if you've watched it, we stopped off and bought some chicken from Coles in Tenterfield, and we put it in the travel buddy. So if you want to see that little bit of footage, just make sure you check out the end of the last video, the snake in the camper. I'll put a bit of a photo of it up there, or a link. I might put one of those little link things up in the corner there so you can click on it if you haven't seen it. And check that out. It's on the very last bit of the video. You see this little bit of road shot, and then we get to the campsite, show you the chicken, Annie's hooking into it, and I talk about the property we're going to. So I just thought I'd put this little bit of a video up at the start of this one, just so that I can explain about the chicken. But thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'm going to put a bit of B-roll footage up now, show you a bit of stuff around the property, a few of the creeks, a bit of drone footage, and then I'll get into the video. I didn't mention in the last video this little bit of range we're driving up here. This is a fairly new section of road here. You used to have to snake in and out of the mountain down here, and they decided to put a big bypass in. They built this massive big bridge in between the two mountains, and you can see off the left there they've got a heap of trees planted where the road used to be. And when we go up around the corner here, you'll see the start of the actual bridge. They filled all dirt in there to this part there, but there's the road going off to the left, and here you'll see the join in the bridge, and you go over it. Poor bloody kangaroos there getting flattened because they jump out on the road and got nowhere to go. But we're not far from our campsite now. I just thought I'd explain what this footage is here, and just make sure if you haven't seen my last video, bloody snake in our camper, check that one out. It's absolutely fantastic. Bit of excitement. But we'll get into this video now. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, Steve here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I got another video today, and we're at another great camp. I'll tell you what, Annie has an amazing knack of finding the most beautiful places, and she really is amazing at searching for them, whether it be with wiki camps or hip camp. Now today, it's another hip camp one. And like I've said in previous videos, if you haven't downloaded the HipCamp app, make sure you do, because it's an amazing tool for finding awesome properties and places that you can camp at when you're traveling. We're on the road at the moment. We're about 600 k's from home, and we've been staying at Foxbar Falls the last few days, and make sure you check out my video on that. But we were intending to stay another night at Foxbar Falls, and we went up to the office and I asked the guys there, and they said because it was going into the weekend, they were booked out. So they could have put us on another spot. Would have meant packing all our camp up, moving, then unpacking it, then packing it up the next day to go. So we thought, instead of doing that, we'll find another place to stay. We'll drive down to the next place we want to go to, because we're heading down towards New South Wales and going to see my father, and we want to camp at a few places on the way. So Annie sort of looked in roughly where we were going between Tenterfield and Glen Innes and Grafton, and she's found an amazing spot sort of 40 k's out of Glen Innes, and sort of between Tenterfield and Glen Innes. And I'll tell you what, guys, we got here late yesterday afternoon. I'm just sitting up on the hillside here now in the sun, because it was a wind chill sort of thing of minus 7.8 here this morning, but it was bloody beautiful. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We slept really warm last night in the camper, had the electric blanket going. The new Crazy Dog rooftop tent is just awesome with the doonas and blankets and everything we got in there. Didn't feel the cold a bit. I'll put some photos up on the screen up there, of all the ice over the outside of the camper, but we were nice and warm. We got up this morning, lit the fire up, sat around that for a while. Then we went for a bit of a walk around the property. But I can't tell you the exact address of the place, because you do have to book it on HipCamp. The owners just did say to me, don't say the address, but we're quite happy for you to say where, like say the name of the place. So it's, I've forgotten the name of it again, guys. Jindabyne Riverside Camping, I think. If it's wrong, I'll put the name up on the screen up there as well. But if you look that up on HipCamp, you'll find it. I'm going to put a link at the end of this video so that you can just click on the description part, and you'll be able to click on that link and it'll take you to HipCamp if you've got it downloaded, or if you haven't, it should still take you to it and you can check it out. So if you're travelling sort of towards Glen Innes or out of Glen Innes towards Tenterfield, you'll be able to find this place. Really easy to find. Once you book it, they'll send you the address, but as long as you know roughly in the vicinity where it is and you're travelling this way, it's a great place to stop off at. Like I've said, you can find thousands of these little farm stay places on HipCamp. People are opening up their properties to travellers. You just got to be reasonably self-contained. This one here does have a pit toilet that is on the property. That's about it. There's no showers or anything. There's beautiful creeks, there's beautiful bush. It's absolutely amazing. They've given us firewood, there's fire pits. I'm going to take you for a bit of a quick walk around and show you some of the creeks and that around here, and give you a little bit of a look around. I can't show you too much up on the house blocks or anything like that. Winnie and Annie are just going for a bit of a walk around me. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. I'll stand up now and I'll stop bloody talking about what I was talking about, like where we can go, but I'll start showing you some of this property, eh? So up the top here, when we first come in, up through the gates up there, when you come into the property, you drive through someone else's property. You go through a couple of gates. You've got to ring Bob or the owners just before you get here, about 10 k's out. Bob, the caretaker, he lives in an old shearing shed up there that he's converted into a house, and he caretakes this whole property. There is cattle on the property, there's horses, sheep. It is a working property, so just be mindful of that. Make sure you shut the gates. But he'll lead you down here through the gate up there. You'll come down here, and he said to us, if you want to camp up here on the hillside, that's quite all right. They have a few people camping here. They just got some seats there. The cattle knocked that over last night that was set up. They did say to us today they were going to move the cattle because they just didn't, if we went out or something, they didn't want the cattle. They got a few young cattle in here, and they didn't want them knocking over our tent poles or anything like that. So they are thinking about that all the time as well. I think there's a dam just up on the top of the hill here. We'll go up and have a look. So There's a little bit of a dam there the cattle probably drink out of. So there's a few water holes and that around here too that you can have a look at, and I suppose in summer you could probably dip your feet in them. This one here looks, don't be misjudged by the colour, that's just the bottom of the, there's all sandstone around here, and there's a lot of sands, like it's actually broken down sandstone that looks like beach sand. I'll show you when we go down to the creek down there. But over here, like I said, big camping area up here. If you want to camp up here. The pit toilet is just over under the trees over there. But we decided last night, because when we got here it was fairly well blowing yesterday. I think most of the state and down in New South Wales was fairly windy. But we've camped down the bottom of the hill there. There is a fire pit there, but we're using our, last night we used our little winter well. Tonight we're going to pull out the camp cube if it's not windy and do a bit of a cook up on that. We've got a couple of beautiful bits of T-bone steak we bought from a butcher's at Crow's Nest. So we're going to have those. But a lot of these are big granite, like sandstone granite rocks around here under all the trees. You can collect firewood if you want. There's a lot of broken branches and that you can cut up. So if you need firewood, and Bob did bring us some firewood, he'd cut it up with his chainsaw. So I'll head down to the camp and I'll show you down there, guys. So, you know, thanks very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll head down to the camp now, eh? Cheers, guys. Morning, everyone. Just thought I'd show you what it looks like at Bald Knob at 6 o'clock in the morning. We have an audience of cows staring at us. The sun's coming up on the ridge there. The FJ's absolutely frozen, so are we. Rooftop tent's frozen. Says minus 4.5, feels like minus 7.8, and I can tell you it does feel like minus 7.8. Last night we decided we would put some water in our jerry can, which I'm glad we did, over there, so that we could put into the water tank. We're using the winter well at the moment because yesterday afternoon when we got here it was blowing a gale and we couldn't have an open fire because the ground around here, even though it's wet, it's dry because all the frost they have here burns off all the grass, and you can see it's a little bit long. We don't want to set a bushfire up on someone's property, so we're using our winter well because it's fully enclosed. I've just lit it up. Even the bloody fire pit was frozen, had ice all over it, so's the wood, but got it lit up. I've got the water tank filled on the back, so as soon as that heats up we'll have hot water. So enjoy your morning. We bloody love this. This is what we call camping, even though it's freezing. Winnie and Annie are still in bed with the electric blanket on. We're really nice and warm up there in the Crazy Dog rooftop tent, so no dramas with us being cold last night. We had a warm blanket, two Snow Peak winter sleeping bags on top of us, and it was absolutely beautiful. Cheers, guys. There's the little bit of a fire pit there. The cattle were walking through it yesterday. We didn't use that because we're using our fire down the back there. You might be wondering what the horse blanket is there. Bob had that thrown over the wood. It's just an old one so that the wood didn't get wet or anything if there was any rain. But we got old .261, got it all set up there, just got the awning tied down really well because it was really blowing here yesterday. But it's held up really well in the wind, and we've been sitting down the back here because the car and the trailer is protecting us from the wind. We did use the winter well last night and this morning because, like I said, we didn't want to set anything on fire around here. It may look dead around here, it's not. This is just burned off because of winter. It does snow here, and I think they said they did have a little bit of snow. And if you look down here, Bob did say about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was water, they had a heap, about 2 inches of rain, and there was water all up to about here on this campsite. Actually, he said it was up there where that pile of dirt was. So you can see the ground here is still holding a lot of water. So we couldn't park down there. We've parked sort of in a spot where it was nice and dry, nice and level. And there is some good level spots here if you happen to have a caravan or something like that. But for us with the camper trailer, it's really worked out well. There's a few little tracks through the bushes here where the cattle have made their ways through. I'll see if I can walk around without getting me bloody shoes wet around here. I'll go around this way. It doesn't take long to get down there. And when we get down there, I'll show you down at the creek. Down at the little creek. And this is only part of it. It runs all the way around there. It's even better down there. Like there's little granite rocks. There's places you can sort of jump in. But down here you can see like a little bit of water rushing. I'm going to go for a walk down there, so I'll just go around here and I'll make my way through the cattle path where the cattle, I'll just turn my camera up the other way and try and not fall over gracefully. So there you go, have a look at that. That's what I was saying about, like, it looks like sand here, like beach sand. That's actually granite sand. So it's all broken down and it looks sort of like you're at the beach. So here I am here, standing over the water there. I don't know where I crossed this morning. I did jump across here somewhere. It might have been up further actually. I walked around here. This is where I come, up here. So I've got more sand. Looks like the beach again. We'll go down through here. I got caught up in a tree. I'm having a fight with a tree there, guys. So here's where I come down this morning. So have a look at the water up there. Really nice and wide. Down further it's even like that and even better. And you got beautiful crystal clear mountain water. This is running straight off the mountains that run over to Grafton and running down through here. So if you wanted some clean water, this is where you can come. And it's running down through here. I'll just jump across over to this rock here and it's going down over there. So I'll head up this embankment here, try and not fall over. You can see our camp just over there. And this is what I was talking about. Down further there's a lot of these granite rocks, all where the waterways are. And how beautiful is that, listening to that running down through there. I could just sit on this rock all day. I'm just going to shut up for a second. So how good was that? Look at the moss and that growing on the embankment around there. Absolutely beautiful. There is apparently platypuses in this creek, so you want to keep an eye out for those, like early in the morning or late at night, not when some silly bugger's running around with a camera and making a heap of noise. But absolutely amazing. I'm just walking down onto this little sand ledge here, and there you go, look at that. That's just backing right onto our camp up there. But look at the moss and that up there, and you can just imagine like a platypus that would be digging a burrow in under all this dirt here. How cool is that, guys? Absolutely amazing. So I might go for a bit of a walk down there and show you down there. Then we'll go back up to the campsite and we'll finish off. But there's some beautiful, massive, big trees around here as well. Just the tranquility, besides me talking, is just amazing, and the bird life. And we've seen some wallabies bouncing around there early this morning. So you got it all down here. If you really want to get away from the hustle and bustle and you love nature, this is the place to come. So Cheers guys. We'll head back up to the camp now. I keep saying it, like, if you really do hit that like and subscribe, it really helps my channel out. And if you want to leave a comment, just leave it down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. A lot of the times it's hard when I'm out travelling, because a lot of the times we don't have internet reception. We do here. I've got my Selfie booster going. We're picking up about 4G, so you can get some mobile reception here as well. So if you need your mobile reception, you have got it. But I'm going to head back across the creek, and there's a heap of big old granite boulders up there, and you can go for a walk ride along the creek there. The only thing you got to do is just make sure you don't go near the owner's property, which is just up the back there. They've got a home up there. They want to keep their life private, which is understandable, but they are giving us all this opportunity to enjoy their little bit of paradise. So I made it back across. I'm going to go back to the campsite. I'll see you in a minute, guys. Cheers. Okay guys, I've now walked from our campsite up around the top there, down through this track here, and down to the other part of the river. So this is where it flows into a bit wider spot. Beautiful little swimming hole there. It'd be good in summer. Now the bottom of these this river is real sandy, like I was saying, like that granite sand. So won't be real bad to swim in. And we're going to head down here a little bit further because there's a beautiful little granite part down there. We were down here earlier. So that's why I thought I'll bring the camera down here and show you down here as well, just so you can see where you can go walking. But you can follow the path where the cattle come down through here. You can see all their hoof marks, all their hoof marks in the ground. We've got our little walking sticks, just give us a little bit of stability, and also come in handy if we see any of those slithering creatures that we're renowned for having with us. But they'll probably be up in our camper while we're away. So beautiful little rocks and that in the water. Just lovely here in the sound of the water. And Winnie's showing the way down there for us. Annie's just wiped me out with a tree branch. No warning required. So it's a bit of a case of just weaving your way through the undergrowth. And I'm telling you, it's worth it when we get down here, guys. Might have to do a bit of ducking and weaving here. Annie's pulled up in front of me. But we're not there yet. This is just the start of it, but there's a little bit of rapids. How good's that? I'm just on top of a big bit of granite here. And how good's that down there, guys? Winnie's probably behind me, two steps behind me. Yep. But we're going to go just down there past those rocks there and show you down there. But the granite, this is the granite belt, part of the granite belt with Stanthorpe and Tenterfield. And as you would have seen by this morning, it was really cold, but we love it. So we'll head through the trees down here. Winnie's at me tail there. Duck down through here, and all you got to do is listen for the water. And here we are here. How good is this? So I'll try not to lose anything off my camera. I'm going to extend it out and see if we can follow the water down over the rapids here, eh? So I'll swing down. There it is there, flowing down there. Down through there, and way down there. So how good is that, guys? And there's a little bit of a granite ledge here as well. Up there is absolutely tremendous. All the water bouncing off the rocks as it comes through. But I could, like I said before up there, I could just sit down here on a chair, maybe have a little book, and just sit here and appreciate what we've got around us. So, I've forgotten the name again, Annie? Jindalee River Camp. Look it up on Hip Camp, and you can come down here and enjoy this too. Just make sure you look after it, because the owners will appreciate it, and so will all the animals, and so will nature down here as well. But I'm sure yous will. I know my followers, yous are all, make sure you take your rubbish with you, and look after the places where you are. I know yous all do. I don't have to tell yous. So that's one of the great things about my community, and all the guys that follow all the other guys that I follow, like Mr. Buckaroony and Phil Damiano and Australian Camping and Four Wheel Drives. I know yous all really look after everything. So now, thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate that. I appreciate yous liking and subscribing, and I hope you enjoy these videos as much as we enjoy bringing them to you. I don't know when this one will come out. It'll depend on when I get home, which is still not for a few weeks, and when I get time to do all the editing, because I can tell you what, I've got that much footage. It's going to take me a while. I don't know how long these videos will all be, but I'm still going to stick to my one video a week. It takes me too long to get all the footage organised and get it uploaded and all that sort of thing, to be releasing multiple videos every week. And I think you appreciate the one episode a week, just so it gives you time to watch everything else that you like watching. There's plenty of other YouTubers out there as well as me. But I appreciate you tuning into my channel as well. So this bush here is absolutely amazing. Hopefully the water's not too noisy. I've got my little Rode mic on today. I've had trouble with batteries going flat, and every time so I've got a few spare batteries in my pocket, but you can't control that. But the GoPro is going okay. So I'm going to head back up to the camp, and we're probably going to take a walk up to the top part of the property and show you where the creek river starts, and then we might finish off, guys, eh? So cheers, we'll see you again in a minute. Yeah, let's go through here. Winnie's going underneath, so I'll pick her up, throw her over. There we go. We're going to keep exploring up there, up here. So if I see anything else, I'll let you know, guys. I was just walking up near this granite rock here. The boundary fence is just over there, and I seen this little bit of a skeleton here. Anyone know what it is? Maybe it's a platypus. He said there was platypus in here. Maybe it had a big jaw out the front here and something's ate it. Who knows? Could be. Could be a fish too. Might be a bloody catfish, maybe? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. There's a bit of the back half of it, but it's fairly solid bone structure, and it's, I don't know. I've never seen a catfish skeleton, but maybe someone can tell me. Anyone know what it is? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, we're just walking up from around the creek there. We're making our way back to our campsite. So we've actually found another spot. We walked a bit further on from where we were down there at the little waterfalls, and have a look at this. Just got to be mindful, the owner's property is just off to me right there. I'm not going to film that, but You can come down to the little tables and chairs that they've got set up here. The cows have knocked them over, but just set them up again. And you could come down here and have a picnic. So how picturesque is this? Hopefully the water's not too loud in the speaker on this. I've just got my little 360. But have a look at that. You got that beautiful little river there flowing down over here and flowing all the way down through there. So absolutely beautiful. So I think that's about all we can show you down this end of the world. Like I said, we're going to head back up to the top part there now and go for a bit of walk up there and check out where the actual river starts. And then we'll finish off, eh guys? Cheers guys. I said if I seen anything else I'd let you know, but that's about it. It's just the same beautiful stuff, but you can come down here and explore it for yourself. I better not show you everything, otherwise you won't want to come here. We're going to head back up now guys, so we'll go back up and then we might go up to the top part of the property there and show you a quick walk around there. I don't know whether you can see all those little bugs flying around there.
Drop it.
Okay guys.
Yep.
Annie's up, Winnie. We're just making sure she doesn't eat anything. Drop it. Winnie. Good girl.
Eat it.
She's got a habit of picking up wallaby poo, but you don't know what they've bloody ate either, so we just got to stop her from chewing on stuff.
Grab your rope.
She's got to be in front. So okay guys, see yous. A bloody little brown rock wallaby just jumped out in front of us and Winnie's got the scent. She's on high alert just as we're walking back. It's funny how animals can pick up the scent of other animals like where we can't. But Winnie's obviously could smell him or her, and she's on the hunt. That's why we keep her tied up at the moment, because she's still learning and she'd just take off and we'd never find her. Come on.
way. Come on. No, this way. Here it comes. Right. Let's take one out the fence here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay guys, we've just walked up from our campsite down there, and the little bush toilet's just over in the background there, and if you follow this little bit of a track here down the bottom of the hill here, you'll find out where the is it a river or a creek? It's actually a river. I'll have to find the name of it. I'll see if I can look it up on
We're near the start of it.
I'll find the name of it and put it up on the screen. I don't know what the name of it is, but
So it looks like a creek, but it's actually the
it does look like a creek, but it is actually a river.
start of it.
It's just the start of it. So there's a lot of waterways here running from the mountains, probably the Giljiba Range. They're only just up around the corner there, 60 k's or so. But we'll be heading just down here. We're going to take a little detour through the bush here. The little track runs up through there to the fence line. But if we go down here, we should meet up with the river. Winnie's in tow behind me. Like I said, there's heaps to explore around here. We're thinking about going back into the town of Deepwater tomorrow. And look at that nice little rock I just picked up. It's got little sparklies in it. We might keep that one. Here's the river down here. Yeah, we're going to go into Deepwater tomorrow. And there's an old mining museum in there, so going to have a look around that. Emmaville mining. So we might check out some of the sites up there, and there's an old railway station we want to have a look at as well. So we'll probably show you that. But here we are here, the start of the river. Winnie's going to try and cross it. She'll probably say it's too bloody cold. She's going to run across it by the looks of it. But this is the start of the river, and you can see it's fenced off there to stop cattle and that getting through there. But you can see how high it comes with all the reeds there. Winnie will end up in the drink here in a minute. She needs a bath. But here it is here running down through here. How beautiful does that look? Like that runs down to where we were earlier when I took you down from our camp through where the cattle were running, and where I showed you the bit of sandstone and tried not to fall over. Winnie absolutely loving this. She's going mad. Look at her jumping up on the hill there. I'm the king of the castle. She absolutely really loving running around this property, especially when Willow, the dog, comes down with her. We just got her on a bit of a lead so we don't lose her, because she's only tiny. But have a look at that, guys. Just a picturesque bloody little river. And it probably flows onto something a bit more massive further down. But I'll get out of the glare of the sun. Crystal clear, really. The colour in the water is just the colour out of the trees and the grass. It's not actually dirty. So you could technically, if you wanted to, if you needed a bit of water for showering or something like that, you could come down here and grab a jerry can full, or if you got a pump it into something. Winnie's bloody digging up everything, aren't you? But we'll make our way back up the top there now, and we might finish off, and close off this little bit of the adventure. We'll show you that in Dundee as a separate video. In at Deepwater as a separate video. Annie's trying to tell me something with Winnie.
Drop it.
Drop whatever you got in your mouth. Drop it. Spit it out.
She went over there and grabbed a bit of algae.
She had a bit of algae, so we've got to just be a little bit careful around here. Not that there's something that's got a nest down in there.
Yeah.
Don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but that's a nest of something down there. Just got to be a little bit careful around here. We read on one of the signs coming in 1080 bait in use, but not on this property. The owner told us they hate it because not only does it kill wild dogs, it also kills birds, crows, whatever else picks it up, it kills them. So it's indiscriminatory. Just because it says 1080 for dogs, it kills wildlife as well. The property owners here are dead against it. They don't allow it on their property. They have sheep, and none of their sheep are the ones getting taken by wild dogs because they've got the procedures in place for fencing, and I'm pretty sure old Willow keeps them in tow too. So we'll make our way back up the top there and then we might finish off, eh? It's an absolutely beautiful spot. There's a rock up there that I'm pointing to, and it's probably got my camera sitting on top of it if it hasn't fallen off. I'll give it a wave and we'll walk past that, and we might finish this video off here, but like I was saying, it's absolutely tremendous property. Found it on Hip Camp. Like I said earlier, I'll leave a link in the description. Make sure you check it out. I hope you've enjoyed. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And like always, thanks for watching. I hope you've watched to the end. Stay safe, look after each other, and we'll see you on the next one, eh guys? Cheers, see ya.